Throughout much of the 20th century, dazzling and monumental neon billboards lit up cities, sparking excitement for shopping and enchanting consumers with their mesmerizing glow. However, over time, they also began to be associated with the darker sides of urban life, such as rundown bars and adult stores. What gave neon lights such irresistible allure? In this video, let's embark on a fascinating journey through the history of neon. In the 1890s, the discovery of a rare gas called neon ignited a passion for radiant light, a passion that would burn brightly throughout the next century. When British chemist William Ramsay isolated neon in a glass tube and passed an electric current through it, he witnessed, in his own words, a miraculous phenomenon, as if the aurora borealis had appeared before his very eyes. Overwhelmed by its strange beauty, Ramsay described it as a brilliant flame-red light with countless streaks of orange and yellow. Morris Travers, who co-discovered four noble gases, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon, shared the same sense of wonder. He later recalled, "The crimson glow from the glass tube seemed to tell its own story. It was a spectacle so remarkable that it will never fade from my memory. I can truly say that nothing in the world could rival the brilliance of what we saw." As neon entered the stage of commercialization, Ramsay and Travers's discoveries, though groundbreaking, remained confined to laboratories for the next decade. This only changed when French chemist and entrepreneur Georges Claude recognized neon's commercial potential. He went on to invent the Claude tube, an improved version of earlier designs, capable of producing a steady, continuous red light with remarkable efficiency. In 1910, the world witnessed the brilliance of neon for the very first time, when Georges Claude unveiled two giant red neon signs at the Paris Motor Show. Not stopping there, he went on to illuminate the Parisian night through his company, Air Liquide. The very first commercial neon sign is believed to have been created for a hair salon on Montmartre Avenue, glowing with the words Palais Coiffure. By the 1920s, neon had crossed the Atlantic and arrived in the United States. American businessman Earl C. Anthony commissioned two neon signs bearing the word Packard, the name of a luxury automobile brand, for his showroom in Los Angeles. It is said that these dazzling signs drew such massive crowds that police had to be called in to manage traffic. Much like their European counterparts, Americans were utterly captivated by this fashionable invention. The pre-war Golden Age. In 1924, Georges Claude founded the Claude Neon Lights Company in New York, lighting up the city's night sky. The company's success quickly led to the expansion of neon signage rights across the United States, from Chicago and Los Angeles to San Francisco and Detroit. The trend even spread overseas, reaching cities such as Casablanca and Shanghai. By the mid-1930s, nearly every major city in the world had its own signature neon signs, helping to define the look of urban streetscapes as outdoor advertising became increasingly popular. Neon signs became familiar landmarks, guiding consumers to restaurants, gas stations, cinemas, and even motels. However, as World War II loomed in the late 1930s, neon production came to a halt, sharing the fate of many other industries. At the same time, blackout regulations were enforced in countries such as China, Britain, and Germany. Regardless of which side they were on, nations facing nighttime bombing raids had no choice but to comply. Even the smallest glimmer of light could spell danger for an entire city. Overnight, once vibrant commercial hubs, from Times Square in New York to Piccadilly Circus in London, went dark. It was not until April 1945, after the death of Adolf Hitler, that the lights of Big Ben were switched back on, marking the end of more than 5 years of darkness for the people. The neon era of Hong Kong. The allure of neon was not limited to the West. Across the Pacific in Hong Kong, neon signs became an inseparable part of the city's identity. The golden age of neon in Hong Kong began in the 1950s and lasted well into the 1980s. Nathan Road, a bustling shopping street, was once home to the gigantic national Panasonic, now Panasonic, neon sign. That image remains deeply etched in the memory of Hong Kong's people, marking the dawn of a new era in which advertisers used massive neon billboards to build their brands, turning the city streets into the stage for the world's largest neon displays. From then on, the image of a city constantly transforming, bathed in the dazzling glow of neon, became a symbol inseparably linked to Hong Kong. The hidden side. Alongside its radiant beauty, neon also revealed a darker side. In the 1950s and 1960s, neon became increasingly associated with activities deemed less wholesome. From Times Square in New York to Soho in London, neon signs multiplied, marking the entrances to nightclubs, bars, and adult stores. Multicolored neon lights spilled over narrow alleyways and storefront facades, in an era when social vices were no longer hidden. Earthly desires, whether indulged or repressed, seemed to burn beneath the neon glow, transforming it into a symbol of the shadowy underbelly of urban life. The decline of neon. As the novelty faded, neon began to face the threat of obsolescence. Economically, maintenance costs grew increasingly burdensome, especially as signs flickered and broke down. Meanwhile, fluorescent light boxes, cheaper and easier to maintain, emerged as an attractive alternative. The mass proliferation of neon itself also diluted the very uniqueness and modern glamour that once made it so appealing. On top of that, health concerns arose, particularly regarding exposure to lead used in neon lights. From the 1990s onward, the rise of LED lights placed neon in an even more difficult position. LEDs, with their pinpoint sources of light, offered a far more cost-effective, durable, and flexible solution in design, outshining the rigid tubes of neon. Safety concerns. Another factor that contributed to the decline of neon was growing anxiety over public safety. By the mid-2000s, Hong Kong authorities recorded the deterioration of many old street signs, including countless neon ones. Growing concern led to the removal of more than 3,000 illegal signs each year, with over 5,000 signs disappearing from the city's streets. From 2009 to 2013, the Hong Kong government implemented a sign authentication program to accelerate the process of phasing neon out of the urban landscape. Impact on popular culture. Although the use of neon in commercial advertising declined, its legacy has endured, especially in art and interior design. For many, the ethereal glow of neon evokes a deep sense of nostalgia. No longer celebrated for its original function, neon found a new life as a medium for creativity and dynamism in popular culture. Modern neon art. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, neon emerged as a contemporary art form, pioneered by artists like Tracey Emin. The British artist is credited with transforming neon into a medium of handwritten expression. Emin collaborated with neon fabricators to produce colorful tubes that faithfully reproduced her handwritten notes. The fusion of handwriting and neon art made her work stand out for their poetic and distinctive qualities. In cinema, neon served as a visual gateway, drawing audiences into worlds where hidden desires could be safely revealed without judgment. Wong Kar-wai, a defining figure in Asian cinema, left his mark by vividly portraying Hong Kong's neon-lit nights on the big screen. His mesmerizing cinematic world bathed in neon light became one of the most distinctive and recognizable film styles. Audiences around the globe connected deeply with Wong's characters, individuals often grappling with loneliness and love, set against the backdrop of a sleepless city illuminated by neon. His classic 1995 film Fallen Angels followed the nocturnal adventures of a hitman, his manager, and a mute criminal, serving as a lasting testament to neon's seductive power. At its core, the story of neon is the story of us. It mirrors the complex spectrum of human emotions, awakening our most intimate desires, promises of fulfillment, and fleeting moments of joy. Amid the dazzling glow of neon in the urban night, we seem to wander into an endless twilight, where the line between reality and illusion grows thin, and where endless temptations await. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so more people can join the journey. Leave a comment below and let's continue the conversation about the legendary glow of neon.